Hey Isabella, thank you very much for coming in today. I'm most pleased to have you take the time to do this. How's everything going?
Honestly, kind of nervous, laugh out loud. I never done anything like this before.
Yeah, totally understandable. It's not easy being in therapy, but you're doing just fine already. So before we dive in, I just want to go over a couple of things if that's all right with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so first, confidentiality is of the utmost. Everything we talk about stays here between us. The only times I'd ever need to break confidentiality is if there's something serious, like if you're in danger or someone else, or if there's any abuse involving kids or elderly. Other than that, it it's just me and you. Sounds good?
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, cool. And just so you know, I'm recording this session, but it's just me on the camera, not you. You'll be using an alias with no identifying info to be shared. The recording's just for training purposes, and I'll delete it in a few months. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's okay.
Great. Awesome. And just one more thing, I want you to know that this space is for you. You can say what you're feeling. This is a safe place. However you're feeling, there's no judgment here.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so let's talk a bit about what brought you in today. You mentioned when you scheduled the intake that you've been feeling really anxious lately and having trouble focusing. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a lot. Work's been really stressful lately, and my project manager, and it's like every day there are 10 things happening at once. I started missing deadlines more than once. And it's freaking me out. That's not usually like me.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be stressful, especially if you're used to staying on top of everything. What happens when you fall behind?
It is. And then when I fall behind, I get even more anxious. My heart races. Sometimes I feel like I can't breathe. I've even had chest pains a couple of times.
Wow, that sounds really overwhelming. You're trying to hold it all together, but your body's telling you something different. You said it's been going on for a while.
Yeah, a few months. It kind of crept up on me, but it's just getting worse.
What's going on beyond work? How are things at the home front?
Oh man, I have full custody of the kids now. Their father, Joe, who I divorced 3 years ago, is practically absent in their lives. So it's just me dealing with everything. And my daughter is especially challenging right now. She has been, she's really been giving me a hard time. And my son, he won't talk about anything anymore. He just shuts down completely.
That sounds like a lot to carry. You're parenting solo, working is demanding, and now the kids are showing signs of stress too. I bet that's tiresome.
Yeah, that is the word. I feel like I am simply fatigued.
Have you ever found ones on whom you could rely on, like family or friends or church?
No, I was once close to my parents, but during the divorce, everything changed. They did not conquer with my way of things, and now we're hardly communicating. And church, I haven't been to church in years, even though I still believe in God.
So I guess you do have a spiritual belief system, but you've been disconnected from that community for some time, sort of deprive of your support network, is it?
Yeah, but I mean, nothing really changed as far as I still believe in God and all. I just do not feel like I am in the right place after all, not as I used to.
That separation, people, and even your faith, it must have been a big loss.
Gosh, it really has been.
I see how deeply all of this is weighing on you, and honestly, Isabel, it takes a lot of strength to keep showing up for your kids and work when feeling this way. That's not small stuff. You're doing more than you think.
Thanks. I don't always feel like I'm doing enough.
Nope, this is my first time talking. I get that, but you're here and that says a lot. Let me ask you, have you ever tried therapy before?
No, this was my first time talking to a therapist.
Okay, have you ever been on any meds or anything for anxiety?
A while back, like 20 years back, my doctor gave me something for nerves, some kind of anxiety pill, but it made me feel weird. It made me feel like a zombie, like not myself. So I just stopped taking it and never went back.
That makes sense. And are you using anything, anything maybe like alcohol or marijuana or anything else to cope?
No, not really. I might have a glass of wine once in a while, like when the kids are asleep.
Thanks for being honest. Have you ever experienced any kind of trauma, emotional, physical, or anything like that?
Yeah, Joe did not beat me, but he would talk terribly to me, as though I was no good or I was a bad mother. It actually got to me. It also took me ages to come out of that relationship.
I cannot imagine the pain you must have gone through. There can be silent scars of that kind of emotional abuse, you know?
Yeah, I've even found myself hearing his voice in my head at times.
That's a very strong thing to be aware of, and it's something that we can surely work on together. In case you have the willingness, are you motivated at the moment to make some changes?
Honestly, I'm ready. I am afraid, but I'm prepared.
That's a very powerful place to begin. In time, you don't have to discover everything. Together, we'll go step by step. More specialized goals, discussing some parenting supports, learning to manage your anxiety, and even re examining spiritual support will be discussed in the future sessions. In the event they are appropriate to you, what do you think?
That is okay. It seems to me such a lot though, but let's get into it.
And that's okay. We'll go at your pace and do the same stuff for future sessions. Thank you again for being open with me, Isabel. I know it wasn't easy.
Thank you. This actually felt kind of good.
I'm really glad to hear that. Well, we'll go ahead and end here for today, but I look forward to working with you very soon.
Thank you. So do I.
This ends my interview.